So Esther, yeah?
Ngoja. Hii story iko fire. Okay, tuendelee.
So mimi amesitapatiana by the way.
Raf, wacha nikuulize. So now I want to come back now into this music thing.
Yes.
So okay, now tell us.
Kabla music. I must encourage the young ladies. Like now mimi nitasema hivi openly. I've discovered huku nje we have so many single women. And I don't know if it's by choice or it's by default, but the worst thing that they can do is hibernating and not allowing their sons to mingle with their uncles or their fathers. That is the worst mistake they can ever do. Because now huku mbele tuko na civilized zombies who are cropping up. I'm telling you the truth. When I was told that in that school, I could not believe that this is Kenya and this is such an, by the way, it's a national school.
Yep.
The teacher just looked me in the eye, Akanambia, I think your medicine you're bringing, the medication you're bringing, that's a misdiagnosis. You go back, talk about fatherhood. Don't talk about sijui relationship with God, sijui about focusing in exams. That's not the problem. The problem is wanalia, miss mama yao, wanalia. They're scared of women, girls. We go for outings, they don't want even to mingle with the ladies.
And what
so basically, there are ladies in men bodies.
Yes.
Unfortunately. So, if you're a young lady, if you're a single parent, if you're a single woman, the best gift you can give your son is don't deny them access to their uncles and their father. Other than that, we are cropping up civilized zombies.
Nimekuelewa. And also, some of the women are not in that circumstance by choice. Maybe it may be death, maybe it may be this guy is abusive, maybe the father is not the right person.
You see, if your husband
take him to a father figure.
That's what I'm telling you, you need to get a father figure. If the husband is not there, you have brothers, you have uncles.
Nimekuelewa.
Your dad is still there, even grandparents, by the way. Budako, kama ni dem,
ni crazy.
Wanajua hiyo dozi ya kupatia huyo sana, vi serious sana. Na kwa hiyo vitu yote usisahau God hapo ndani, because is the top cream now.
But another challenge that I'll also throw for that now to the men is even them, if your sister akona she's single and has a son, you as the brother get out of your comfort zone.
I've not looked at it from that.
You get what I mean?
Yes, if you are, by that it's true.
You get, it's not just the women. The women are looking. To be honest, I know women are looking. Maybe some have blocked, but it's also the role of the elder brothers and the male figures within that society.
Even if you're a young bro but you're a man,
exactly.
Step up to your sisters bana son, panel beat them bana. Otherwise, hii Kenya sijui inaenda wapi.
Yeah, but also that's where that Ubuntu thing unaongea, we lack it these days. Kwa sababu your neighbors angekuchapa, siku hizi neighbor hata umjui.
Neighbor, siku hizi tuna neighbors kweli my friend.
Okay, no, tuendelee. Wewe tutaingia karabi hapa. Music. Music.
Talk to me about music.
So tell me now, when does music enter within? I heard you say music entered when you were not in Kakamega High but the school before.
Music came in now when I was in Mbale High School. I remember when I joined, I was disappointed when I found that they were enrolling me to technical drawing class, other than fine art class. So what I opted for was now I subscribed to the drama club. Now there I was an actor. Then I joined also the choir, and I must congratulate the teacher, Mr. Chole. Tulikuwa tunakuja KCC. Since I told you I was there for 1 year. Within that 1 year tulikuja KCC karibu mara mbili ama kitu kama hiyo. But still I was not content. I knew where I was going. So I went home, nikapiga hapo demonstration, nikasema sirudi shule until I was transferred to Kakamega High School. Now music in Kakamega High School. I told you when I was rejected in art class, I said, mutajua amjui, wacha nitawashow. But other than that again, on the field, and this is another thing why I'm telling you, it's not Kakamega High School, but Kakamega University. It's Kakamega University because I don't know about today, but they had, not even ball, they respected all the spheres of influence. When you are a good footballer, they gave it 100% concentration. If you're good in rugby, they will do the same. If you're good in academics, they will also make sure they've supported you fully. So we were an all-round institution. We had those who of the science what are they called, science congress. They were excelling in their department. There are those who are good in the academics. They were excelling countrywide. But now when you're talking about
football,
extra curriculum, when you're talking about, yes, extracurricular activities. Now, Kakamega, when you're talking about Kakamega High School, you're talking about the best economic, should I say academic institution. When you're talking about football, you don't want to touch Kakamega High School. We are the best. When you're talking about rugby, you don't want to talk about it. We are still the best. Hockey. Other than hockey, we also have basketball. Other than basketball, we also have drama club. When you're talking about drama club, the best plays were being, even when you're talking, all these things are documented, is still Kakamega High School. When you're talking about the best dance competition, they're called dance what? Dance, choreographed dance. When you're talking about African traditional dances, Kakamega also number one. So, I mean, you're spoiled for choice. You're accommodated by your strength. So for me, when they saw I was good in art, wakani accommodate. Then I introduced another thing. This was now cheering squad. There was a unison or a group cheering squad culture in Kakamega High School. But now when I came in, I said, now I'm going to be their lead cheering squad master. And that is when...
Give us an example.
I remember the songs that I used to do. Steam, panda. You know those, the common ones. Yeah. But now I introduced raps that were coiled towards a certain, should I say, team. If it's the basketball team, I would actually tailor make it to suit. I would actually name the players. Ningeka hivyo kabisa, exactly as I'm telling you. So I remember we used to have a basketball team, and it really helped me a lot because now hapo ndo nilianza kujifundisha kurap, because the football pitch is bigger, basket court is smaller. So when you don't have your microphone, you can project and people still hear you. That's how I was noted. They were like, hey man, this guy is good, man. Because I would just look at you, you have this pink suit, and just like that.
So na freestyle?
Definitely.
And you know, you've been known musically for freestyling.
Ilianzia Kakamega High School. I would just look at you, Esther, na ningeanzisha kitu hapa hivi. Mara moja na tunachapa.
Hebu toa moja juu ya huyu Dero na hizi maglasses.
Unataka Dero ama unataka nani?
Dero hapo.
People, you can't believe this is Mr. Iggy. Definitely, when we're talking about a CTA, it's a wicked thing. You can't believe it. When me seated at the CTA, I look at Esther, me say big things Agwan. Can't believe that this an international journalist. Every time I think about you, me say you're number one. You are going international every day. When me think about you, me just encourage you. I've seen Nameless, I've seen my bro daddy. He came over here and he rocked all the show. Can't believe it. Yeah, man. Mr. Iggy definitely is 2001. Something like that.
So let me ask you, so you are doing it, that sounds ki dancehall.
Reggae dance, yes, definitely. Sasa nakupeleka huko nyuma pole pole. Okay, so when I was during that basketball team, I remember that's when I used to freestyle and people would start respecting me. The only challenge that I had, I didn't have a microphone. So I would do that, and I remember for games in Kakamega High School, they could actually start from Friday, then they could climax even on Sunday afternoon. You understand?
Yep.
So, and I will sing in all those tournaments, the Friday one, Saturday one, Sunday one. Come Monday, I would have a husky voice. Yeah. Now that's when they said you are Rufftone. That's how the name Rufftone came. Sababu ningekuwa na wewe ni aje boss. Uko sawa? Noma mlichikije sio sato. Ilikuwa noma boss. So that's how they say, you are Rufftone. You have a Rufftone. So that's how the name was.
Okay, sir. Your story menishika ni noma.
Katerians ndo nipatie jina by the way.
Hiyo ni noma.
Yeah man.
Okay, sir. So now you're doing this. You're being known for fine art. Now you're being known for this music thing. Are you beginning now to do anything? Unaingia group, una form group,
what I used to do is
ama ni cheering squad pekee.
Cheering squad, but other than that pia kuna watu entertainment. Every Friday evening kulikuwa na entertainment. You guys would go to the hall, watch a movie. The ones who wanted to dance, kulikuwa na ka disco na ka radio cassette hapo. But those who got tired of that, so they would just be staying back into their dormitories na wangetaka sisi tuanze kuwa entertain.
What?
Yeah, I'm telling you the truth. So they will start beating the tables and the boxes. Wanatundia mabeat, na sisi tuna flow. That's what perfected our freestyle capabilities.
I'm hearing you saying us. Who is?
We were not many boys. We were like 5, 6.
The main guys
who are known. And then we used to have battles also. Ningekuwa na pisha na boy anaitwa Saleh. umenishika. Kama sio hapo hivyo kuna wengine nabisha nao, but hata ukiuliza nilikuwa na wanyorosha
kwa comments ndio kweli.
Nilikuwa na wanyorosha.
But what nikuulize, now you've talked about a big thing, because you've talked about high school, you've talked about music entering your life, you've talked about access to radio. What are you listening to sahi music umeanza kusikiza? Sasa
hii nimeanza kusikiza. I remember now what really should I say encouraged me to go towards the dancehall genre was a guy called Yellow Man. Yes, you said zungu 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 zeng. So when he released that song, I was like, what is this guy saying? What kind of music is this? I had heard Bob Marley, but for me he was like nitasema nini, muziki ya Buddha. You understand? And maybe should I say it mainstream corporate kind of genre. But this other guy was raw. He was rugged. I was like, it doesn't have a formula. It's not following the book. You understand? So it was somehow rebellious, and you know. So I said, let me listen to what he's talking about. And then immediately after Yellow Man, I remember there's a guy who came later on. His name was Shaba. Exactly. Mr. Loverman.
Yeah.
So now that one was the climax of everything. Everything that I'd wanted to become. Everything that I was imagining, it was all summarized into this one dude.
Shaba now. Hey, Shaba ranks.
Then after that, of course, that's when Kina Shaggy followed and the rest.
But your foundation, Yellow Man alikatach, but then Shaba
now is the guy who really cemented it.
I get it.
And then I was like, my goodness. So guys even don't realize that I was a secular artist for about 5 years.
Yeah, watu tunafika hapo.
Hawajui.
Bro, hao sio wajui wani legendary.
Wanajua hao ndio wanajua kitu. I'm telling you.
Okay, so you're in school, nini music?
So niko shule, it got to a point it was so ugly. Now we had to have inter-school battles. Now rapa wa Musingu na rapa wa Kach, nani ndio kusema. Yeah. So we'll go, there was a guy from Chavakali, he was calling himself Shabarangs. There was a guy from Kakamega High School, Buyaka, Rufftone. Then there were others from Musingu. But I don't know what's up with Catch, man. We always used to be the best. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I mean, hands down. You could not touch a kacheri and do moto ya kuotia mbali. I'm telling you.
Okay.
Yes.
Transition now.
Yes.
After high school, what happens?
After high school?
Ama nimewacha story hapo.
Sidhanika umacha story, because nimekwambia ama adui wote ilikuanga tu hands down. Hakuna kitu kingine tukonanga. Afadhali ningekwambia nani alinishinda, but sioni. So I'm telling you, because now we used to have talent search, that talent competition. I used to win year in, year out.
Rufftone, are you listening to any Kenyan music? Ama haijatoka?
Sasa hiyo sisikii na wale musician nasikia wa Kenya wanafanya reggae, niko mazee si wafanye tu better than this. But when walikuwa encourage, I liked what they did. There's another Kisi guy, not Mbarambamba.
Not him for sure.
Yes, alikuwa mbembo sijui Kukuboiro wa Maito. He tried a raga thing and it was really sounding good. Five Alive.
Hapo ndio Five Alive sasa wanatokea.
Walikuwa wako na quality. It's like they just sounded like people who knew where they were going. And they were like having a global mindset other than a village mindset. So I noted them. I noted, wow, these guys are trying something that I could be happy to follow after.
And just for us to be clear, say the only station that una get ni KBC.
Sin KBC. Bado tuko KBC.
KTN haifiki huko. That time KTN ilikuwa Nairobi pekee.
I think KTN ikikuja niliona. I think I saw KTN coming. Just like this, if I'm not wrong. Yes. Kwa sababu nakumbuka kulikuwa na issue, sijui ilikuwa politician mgani, kidogo tukasikia Moi amenunua, na pia kulikuwa na kitu about media gag. Huyu nani anataka kuwa na station kando na baba na mama ya KANU, so he bought it, I think kitu kama hiyo. But the rival sana ilikuwa Matiba, so I don't know. Matiba ilikuwa na kitu into People's Daily.
Yes.
Or something. Alikuwa sema Moi sana hiyo time na media issue ni Matiba. Not even SK Macharia then.
Non-existent.
Yes. It was Matiba. So KTN kulikuwa na Matiba in the peripheries. Ama kuna mtu alikuwa ikuwa ya Prezika kwanza, ilikuwa kwanza mtu fulani. I'll remember.
But from a frequency point, wase wajui KTN was only in Nairobi.
Yeah.
And the environs, maybe the environs. Usazile walianza.
Inaitwa Coach FM. ni kama venye Coach FM iko coach. Sasa bas KTN ilikuwa tu ni ya mababi. So that time it was only KBC and KBC. Music Time, hizo ndio zilikuwa ma programs. Sing and Shine, Joy Bringers, Tahamaki, Vioja Mahakamani, Vitimbi, those are the programs. Mke Nyumbani, those are the programs. Tukanona ile ilikuwa inatoka sasa, ile imekufanya mpaka unachizi mara 20. Had Carson and McCormick,
Wild Rose,
The Lady of the Rose, wrestling, hizo ndio zilikuwa sasa zina. Yes, He-Man,
No One But You,
Mighty Gobots, Transformers, hizo sasa.
Okay, so
yes.
Nime understand the era that we're talking about. Okay, so now high school unapata hiyo C ama unapita high school aje?
High school nilipata hiyo C. Nilipata hiyo C. Na nile nilikuwa nataka kuambia mom na my dad, mlikuwa mnalia nitawaibisha. So for me to accommodate my ambitions and yours, the best I can get you, ndio nis compromise yangu ni C. And they were so excited. They were like, mazi tulikuwa najua hata results zitakam less one person because wewe utakuwa mwisho wa mwisho. Yes. So after that, Rufftone again nimetoka. When I talked like this, I was to join a college. Again, I told my dad, me if I'm going to college, it has to be a creative college. Sitaki college ingine yenye mimi siezani nayo. So that's when I went to Buruburu Institute of Fine Arts.
Ukarudi Nairobi?
Nikarudi. No, by that time my dad
ako Nairobi, yeah.
So I'm schooling in Kakamega High School, but during vacations
unaenda to your dad's?
Naenda kwa my dad's.
Okay.
In Umoja 2 now then. So after clearing my fourth form, I told him, me now, if it's not art, again I'm not going to any college. Akasema wewe nakujua, akanipeleka Buruburu Institute of Fine Arts.
Let me ask you just this one question.
Yes.
So before, when you were in high school, from form 1 to form 4, ukikuwa unamaliza unaenda Nairobi? Ina
depend. Mbuya kituma fare naenda Nairobi. Asipotuma St. Muogo. Now I'm not in Kakamega town.
Yes.
It's either village or tao or city.
So you were having both experiences simultaneously?
Vizuri sana. Na mabeste kwa village na mabeste Umoja 2.
Okay, hebu kwanza tuongee juu ya hiyo Umoja 2 experience. So in this high school times zile ulikuwa na come, what were you seeing? I mean, bro, hiyo ni night and day.
Yes.
Village na
sasa mimi walipata msee, sasa ni hybrid. Mimi na switch to button na kwa at home. Nikifika Ocha naongea na Waluya vizuri, na pia niko na mother vizuri. Kama sisi all of us tunajua kukamua ng'ombe, mbuzi, kuchunga mbuzi nini, na Owen tumekai.
Hata nimeona kwa my Instagram akifanya hizo vitu.
We know it because kukula termites, kumbe tisua, we know all those things. Kupika, kufua, kwenda mtoni kuchota maji, kuleta, kutembea long distance, we know all those things. Si ngumu kwa sababu ya life yenye God alituallow tupitie. But at the same time pia tunajua kujispoil tukifika hoteli kai. So in Umoja 2, I remember that time, another thing I must congratulate the Almighty for giving me an opportunity. Eastlands is the home of most creatives. So those guys, I used to hear them. Ati sijui niko kwa radio nasikia Jackie Male anaishi Eastlands, Poxy Pressure anaishi Eastlands, Kalamashaka wanaishi Eastlands, wanashika. So it's just a matter of even the presenters now. John Karani anaishi Eastlands, Jeff Mwangemi anaishi Eastlands. So it's like also pia umeletwa mahali, lakini you just need to mtu akudrop your pin kwa John Karani ni wapi, kwa Kalamashaka ni wapi. So mimi nikauliza kwa John ni wapi, then I started nagging him. But what I like about that, F2 was like our small Hollywood, and it was not. Now we don't have F2.
Yep.
Those days it was like New York School of Arts, because it would produce every other fine art unatafuta. Msanii Red Sun talk about.
So ulikuwa na F2 wewe?
Mimi nilikataa. My boys were wanna to F2 nikamwambia no, I had so much politics about F2, and the thing was corruption. Whereby the guy was supposed to be number 1. Unasikia watu wana exchange hands, DJ anapatiwa number 3 ndio anakuwa number 1. So I told guys, me I know where I'm coming from and where I'm going to. I don't need an endorsement from F2. Me I know I'm great. I'm telling you, I said that.
Wewe umekuwa with a like vision yako imekuwa very clear.
And I thank God for that.
What I can
yeah, when I had so much corruption over there, I told guys, I don't have to go, because I could see we had a group called Flavor Crew. We used to have Porcupine. We used to have Mad Professor. We used to have Red Sun. We used to have Gidi Gidi Maji Maji. But then they came later on. But I'm talking about all these people who were greats in F2. They were both rappers and some were dancers. And you'd hear and you would know that Easter is better than Rufftone. But Rufftone ndiye anapatiwa kikombe. You understand? So I was like, why should I diss my emotions and doubt my art because of corruption? So I would see my teammates. Then they would actually enroll into those competitions. And it was a long one, It's something that ungesikia inaanza April, but the finals are in December.
What?
So all this, you remember Insiders?
Yeah.
The way high schoolers used to look up to the Insiders Awards. It was something like that. The guys
Chagolatins.
Chagolatins. The teenies used to look forward onto those awards. It was something like that. It was something religious. All the Eastlanders knew about it.
Yep.
And even guys from this other side.
Yep.
They knew. And they were looking forward to their Capital Prime winner. So when they are dissing your emotions, me, I could not subscribe to that.
Corruption.
I told guys, miss yes, they would come to my home crying. And I knew they were good. But because somebody was drunk and they were given some few bucks, they chose to make them number 7. So I said, I'm not going to do that. But you know what? We can practice together. So my dad's den used to be in Umoja 2. That's where most of these artists would come and would sharpen our skills.
Now, when you say most battles, who name some of the guys?
Some of the Flavor Crew, Doxy and DJ Spoon, they stopped singing. Mad Professor, unamjua kwa kipindi ya House of Kawangware.
House of Kawangware.
That tall guy with dreads, the dark guy, the tall guy. Serious artist.
Hey, bro, you have stories for days.
I'm telling you.
Okay, but wacha nikuulize. Okay, let's go back then to this fine art. Unakam Nairobi,
yes.
Kuingia fine art. Endelea.
Yes. So, I didn't take, hata sikukaa 1 year. Nimaza from 4 December, January, Feb, nimeenroll Buruburu Institute of Fine Arts. So when I'm there, again, wanaanzisha rap competition, na enroll. Timu yetu nikidhani pia tulishinda. So, but now I'm there, my guts can't allow me to be in class because music now is burning. I'm like, I've been preparing for this for so many years. Where and when am I gonna start recording? And I've told you we're in Umoja 2. And then I'm being told my neighbor is John Karani, but I don't know. Niziri unasikianga, Honorable Musalia stays around Riverside, but we don't know where exactly. Me, I started tracking him down. Back I found him. And I told him, Mr. John Karani, please help me. Me, I'm an artist. I've not recorded, but I know I got what it takes. I can a joke. I bothered him for almost 2 months.
Okay.
Anakuja kabla saviwe sapa, anapata niko hapo. I'm telling you, the wife can attest to this.
Okay, tell us about John Karani. Who was he?
John Karani was a major, big DJ. For those who listen to KBC, they remember there's a program called SNS, Saturday Night Show. John Karani alikuwa ni kama uchukue Jalango na Maina Kenyanyi kwa mtu mmoja. Na bado uongeze ntonani Professor Hamo. I'm telling you the truth. One guy would move this country, John Karani.
What?
And show yake ilikuwa into a beat time, the beat time show on KBC English service. So he was an opinion shaper. Angekushika hivi ni kama umeshikwa sijui na Sony Records. So I went and I kept on knocking. John, you just go to F2. I was like, no, me is the real deal.
Oh, I get what you're saying. You umeona hii F2, so that's not my route. Route yangu ni through this.
Let me go to State House if that's the thing. Sasa nenda huku campaign kwa mashimo kwa nini?
How old are you?
19.
Okay, sir.
Yes. 19, 20.
Yeah.
So naambia John Karani, me, I'm not leaving you. He gets tired, he tells me, you bana, there's a guy I know, he's called Raskip. He's a producer at KBC. They have a studio somewhere in South B. Talk to him. He gives me the Raskip's number. I called Raskip. He tells me, let's meet in South B. There's a studio called Hills Media. It's at Vumira Plaza in South B. I go. Then Raskip is this kale jamaa lakini roho safi mazee kama pamba. Naambia, what do you want? Naambia mtu nataka kufanya reggae, dancehall, raga. What kind of music is that? Ulikuwa naambia mtu nataka raga, the first thing wanaanza kufanya chechenchen, those keys. I'm like, no, I want something Nimesikia kina Bukania, nimesikia kina Elephant Man sasa hiyo, but sasa walikuwa kwa group into Scare Them Crew. Kuna Hawkeye, kuna General Degree. So niko I want a volcano, you give me a candle, man. What's the problem bana?
Nataka volcano unapatiwa
candle bana. Unaniambia nini bana? So but he was listening to me. He gave me a producer.
Rasput now.
Raskip. That producer was called Dan. So we did our first song by, we collaborated with a guy called Eddie Ndaula and Cloud9. Cloud9 nowadays he calls himself Cloud Tisa. He's somewhere in Netherlands. Yes. So we did our first collabo. It was called If You Wanna Dance, It's Up to You. So we did that song. We were given that song A-star on Reel to Reel. I don't know if you know.
How was it in the studio? Hata usiruki. Were you a group, the three of you guys?
No.
Oh, they were just giving you a chance to record.
Walikuwa nataka, I think was it 5K? And I didn't have the resources. So nikaomba budangu do, akanipatia sijui ilikuwa ni 3. So because I don't have the other 2, ikabidi no incorporate. So 1 from each entrepreneur. Kambia mimi ndo patia mavasi tuingie studio. So we did that song, Rufftone featuring Cloud9 and Eddie Ndaula.
Ili ngoma ilitwa
It's Up to You.
It's Up to You.
So we did It's Up to You. We are rapping, dancing, all that. Tumerekodiwa kwa Reel to Reel.
How was that being in the studio now the first time? Your experience ya kwanza?
Time, it was indifferent. Ushaona kitu it's too real mpaka you become numb. I was like in a trance. I was like, this really happening. So I don't want to say I was excited. Nilikuwa bado siko sure. But it's happening, but you're not aware you're in the moment. Yes, you're living through the moment, but you are numb. So I did that song. I did it. Nikapatiwa kwa Reel to Reel.
Reel to Reel ni nini sasa for those who don't know?
For those who don't know, Reel to Reel mkionanga movie, unaonanga hata ma movie unapata iko na kauzi fulani inatoka kwa kitu kama sahani. Inafaa that is Reel to Reel. Google Reel to Reel.
Hata hapa hiyo ndio photo.
Hiyo ndio photo.
Nimeweka photo hapo.
Bas, hata kwa hapa hivi CTA, hiyo ndio logo. Angalia hapo utaona hiyo ndio Reel to Reel. Nikapatiwa audio yangu kwa Reel to Reel. I took it to John Karani. So I was coming from town baada ya kumpatia.
Bado tuko 90s by the way.
Hapana. No, tuko 90s by the way. Bado tuko 90s. Yes. So tuko 90s napatiwa muziki. Naingia kwa masters ya Umoja 3560. Nafika mahali kulikuwa kunaitwa Peacock. Nasikia the next artist is called Rufftone with this song It's Up to You, where he's done it by with his buddies Eddie Ndaula and Cloud Tisa. I'm like, is this for real?